The power of authentic maturity. Why I'd never trade my life now for my 20 seconds. The hidden pain that unlocks your best years. We've just dove into the quiet pain of feeling lost in adulthood, recognizing that this restlessness is, in fact, a gateway to your awakening. But what if I told you that, paradoxically, this transitional phase, often called a crisis, is leading you to your best phase? There's a powerful phrase, a whisper that turns into a shout of freedom for many navigating their 30s, 40 seconds, and 50 seconds. I wouldn't trade myself for my 20-year-old version. It's a declaration of authenticity, an acknowledgement of the immense power of maturity, and, at the same time, something that deeply unsettles society. After all, we've been conditioned to idolize eternal youth, to fear the passage of time, as if it robs us of something essential, instead of delivering our true essence. This phrase, I wouldn't trade myself for my 20-year-old version, carries the weight of an intense journey of individuation, of experiences that, though sometimes painful, have shaped who you are today. In your 20s, your persona is still under construction. The social mask is almost a daily uniform to fit others' expectations. There's a frantic search for validation, for external approval, for a place in the rat race. Decisions are often made under the influence of impulsivity, inexperience, and the pressure to have it all and be it all at once. Purpose is still hazy, often confused with superficial ambitions society imposes as synonyms for happiness and fulfillment. There's an existential void that, though present, is masked by the energy of youth and constant distraction. In your 20s, you lack the wisdom to discern what's genuine from what's illusory. Intuition is often drowned out by the noise of others' opinions and the fear of disappointing. There's a naivety that makes us more susceptible to toxic relationships, meaningless jobs, and sacrifices that, in hindsight, weren't worth it. The body may be strong, the energy abundant, but mental health is often neglected in favor of relentless productivity and an endless pursuit of an idealized future. This is the silent pain many only recognize years later, having lived a significant part of life following a script that wasn't yours. But it's precisely because you've navigated this period of trials, mistakes, and triumphs that the phrase, I wouldn't trade myself for my 20-year-old version, holds such meaning. It's a declaration that maturity has brought a clarity youth could never offer. It's the realization that the self-awareness gained over the years, the internal transformations, and the rediscovery of your essence are worth infinitely more than the fleeting glory of early adulthood. It's the start of a life lived with real purpose, with uncompromised authenticity, and a peace that transcends the external. This is your best phase arriving, even if it's disguised as a crisis. Reflect. What's the biggest lesson your current self would want to teach your 20-year-old self? Share a keyword that represents this lesson in the comments below. Like the video for more transformative content, and subscribe to the Healthy Evolution channel to join this journey of self-discovery. Breaking free from the myth of eternal youth. Society, with its fixation on youth, struggles to grasp the power of maturity. It bombards us with messages that aging equals decline, loss, and irrelevance. We see ads for anti-aging products, surgeries promising to turn back time, and a culture that glorifies inexperience over wisdom. This creates a collective fear of embracing your 30s, 40 seconds, and 50 seconds, as if they mark the beginning of the end. But this narrative is a mask society wears to keep us trapped in the rat race, always chasing the external, the superficial, instead of turning to the fullness within. The truth is, maturity brings a clarity of vision that youth, however vibrant, simply doesn't have. In your 20s, you're often held hostage by others' expectations, the need to fit in, and the urgency to prove your worth to the world. Decisions are made based on what you should do, what would bring success, by imposed standards, not what truly resonates with your essence. This relentless pursuit of external approval creates a persona that, over time, becomes a prison. And it's precisely when this persona starts to feel tight, suffocating, that the awakening to authenticity begins. The silent pain of feeling lost that many experience in adulthood is, paradoxically, one of the greatest signs that your best phase is coming. It's your restlessness transforming into an invitation to the journey of individuation, the path Carl Jung described to becoming whole. This frustration with the superficial, with what doesn't fill the existential void, isn't a problem but a compass. It's pointing you toward a deeper purpose, a fulfillment that transcends the material and embraces the meaning of your existence. It's your intuition gaining strength, rising above the external noise. In your 20s, you lack the insight to read between the lines of human relationships, to discern fake kindness or hidden motives. You learn this through falls, disappointments, and the betrayals life inevitably brings. The wisdom to stop caring about others' opinions, the peace of being alone without feeling lonely, the courage to say no to what doesn't serve you. These are all fruits of a transformation only maturity provides. That's why, for many navigating this crisis of meaning, the current version of themselves is infinitely richer, freer, and more connected to their true self than the one from 2 decades ago. It's the fullness achieved by shedding masks and embracing your essence. Embracing the freedom of your true self. Refusing to trade your current self for your 20-year-old version is a declaration of hard-won freedom. It's maturity manifesting as a shield, not against the world, but against your own illusions and the external expectations that once imprisoned you. In your 20s, you try to fit everywhere, into every definition of success society offers. You accept soul-draining jobs, stay in relationships out of convenience or fear of loneliness, and submit to an exhausting rat race, chasing a happiness that never arrives. This is the silent pain of those who lived for should, instead of want. But over time, with the scars of frustrations and the accumulation of experiences, you start to feel an inner awakening. The existential void that was once an uncomfortable restlessness becomes a catalyst for authenticity. You begin to understand that your true identity doesn't need approval. It simply is. And that realization is revolutionary. Carl Jung, with his profound insight, showed us this is the path of individuation, the process of becoming whole, free from masks and personas that no longer represent you. It's your essence emerging, raw and powerful. In your 20s, mental health is often seen as secondary, sacrificed for productivity and the pursuit of achievements. You dive in head first, ignoring the signals from your body and mind. With maturity comes a wisdom that prioritizes holistic well-being. You learn to say no to what drains you, to protect your energy, and to invest in habits that truly nourish you. This is a fullness that can't be bought, but built, day by day, through acts of self-love and self-awareness. It's the peace that comes from aligning with your purpose. What scares society about this "I wouldn't trade" declaration is the freedom it represents. A freedom from being chained to the past, from seeking validation in others' eyes, from fearing the future. It's the power to redefine the meaning of life, to embrace wrinkles and the marks of time as proof of a rich journey, not signs of decline. This is your best phase arriving, because it's guided by your truth, your rhythm, your essence. Think. What would your 20-year-old self be surprised to know about your life today? What would you tell them to calm them, to encourage them to be more authentic? Share advice for your younger self in the comments with the hashtag advice for my 20-year-old self. Like the video and subscribe to Healthy Evolution for more transformative reflections, celebrating the power of authentic maturity. If this resonates with the power of maturity and the declaration, "I wouldn't trade myself for my 20-year-old version," touched you, know that this is your essence vibrating, recognizing the truth of a profound transformation. It's not about rejecting the past, but celebrating the present and anticipating the future, lived with an authenticity only experience can provide. Society may keep glorifying youth and selling the illusion of superficial happiness, but you feeling this awakening, know that true fullness lies elsewhere, in self-awareness, in the freedom to be who you truly are, and in the peace that emerges from that reconnection. The existential void you may have felt in earlier phases, or even the silent pain of feeling lost, is now seen in a new light. They're not failures, but catalysts. They were the guides that pushed you out of the rat race and into your journey of individuation, the path Carl Jung described to becoming whole. Every frustration, every restlessness, every moment of questioning was a vital step in shedding the mask of the persona and embracing your true self. This is the fulfillment that transcends material things and external recognition. Your best phase isn't defined by your chronological age, but by your ability to live with purpose, to make decisions aligned with your non-negotiable values, and to prioritize your mental health and well-being above others' expectations. It's the wisdom to discern what truly matters and the raw courage to follow that path, even if it diverges from the majority. You're learning to be your own anchor, your own source of validation, building a life that's a true reflection of your identity. Embrace this phase with all its intensity. Celebrate every lesson, every scar, every wrinkle that tells a story. Maturity isn't the end, but the blossoming of a deeper consciousness, a more refined essence, and a peace that youth's impulsiveness rarely achieves. You're at the peak of your ability to be authentic, to live with meaning, and to enjoy a genuine happiness born from your own truth. No trade could match that freedom. If you feel the power of maturity in your life and refuse to go back to your younger self, share in the comments what inspires you most in this journey. Like the video and subscribe to the Healthy Evolution channel to keep exploring the path to authenticity.